When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Dukes will put total leather and we'll get started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. They go to the draw. Shoots his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On the ground, it's Mason. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Dyer. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
You know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete to the left. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Crosses the 40. At the 45 on his way. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Snap it to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Dukes are on the move. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Wants to go up top. He's got him this time. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Pulls and fires complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest and gets into the end zone.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get him back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Trying to get the corner. Finds a little space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it on the counter. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They go to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Running into the open space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Grady. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick release by the QB. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Navy. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. Got a little space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, James Madison.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Got his man. Pulled down for the tackle.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do is dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. On target over the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Dukes are marching down the field. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Time to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Turning it on! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's great.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
To the air, it's Dyer. Finds the tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. From the gun on third down. A little release to the back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, the lead is still full.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. The kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They boot it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Floats it out in space. Still on his feet. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Grady. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Off play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the 1st half. But the
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Using the quick game. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. To the air, it's Dyer. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Gives him the big stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. On the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Really good job by this defense. Understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option. Playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
To fire on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A little screen to the running back. Open space at the 25. He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, James Madison. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Here he goes, breaking the pocket. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dukes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to the run. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are...
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And now this offense will take the field again. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll take it himself. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get him the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Dukes line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go right back to him. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. And the Dukes will send out the punt unit. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Going to run it. It's Coleman. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll run for it on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And this is a no-brainer. It's fourth down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback takes a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.